morning. This is Friday, Friday the 12th of June, and today's workout is Kaylee. Minor CrossFit HQ updates. Much like a lot of people, I sat in on a Zoom live thing with some big CrossFit names last night, and it was actually quite interesting to hear them talk and say that, you know, they would maybe still be part of CrossFit if Greg Glassman was gone, and I think that's how a lot of us feel. Sitting at a wee bit of a jaunty angle today. Never mind, I don't suppose you've noted us unless I said I'll sit like this. You won't notice, be fine. Then I woke up and there was like a Dave Castro announcement that Rich Froning might be programming the games, and Rich Froning was on that call last night, so that's interesting. Just to clarify, Rich Froning has not de-affiliated. In fact, nobody has de-affiliated. Let's just make that clear again. Despite Morning Chalk Up wanting to make out, I'm not sure what they get out of this other than sensationalism like any other junk tabloid press. They've not ingratiated themselves towards me in the last few days. Morning Chalk Up, by the way, are the self-appointed press for CrossFit. See, CrossFit, they made the mistake of letting go of their media. So we're hoping the media gets reappointed, the media team gets reappointed. Rich Froning has not de-affiliated. As I was saying, nobody has. Because it takes more than just a Instagram post to say that you've de-affiliated. You have to actually put it in writing to CrossFit HQ. So that takes time, and then you've got a 30-day grace period. 30-day period before that affiliation is in fact up. So don't get confused. I do feel a little not sorry. I think some people jumped into the we've de-affiliated thing with both feet a little rashly over the last few days, and I don't blame them for that. I think the perception was that there was a lot of social media and social pressure for people to do that. But we're talking about a massive company. I mean, CrossFit is a global, multinational, multi-million-dollar company. And it takes more than 2 or 3 days to make changes within that company. So they jumped in very quickly, and Greg Glassman retired. Dave Castro is now the CEO, which from people who know him, they do seem to think that's good. I don't know, you don't know. If you do know, let me know. So I can only go on that, and that's I don't care that much about that. I don't think he's a disaster. There's a big call for there to be a board within CrossFit HQ rather than one person leading, so I think that's a big possibility. Whether or not we can get Greg Glassman to actually sell the company or not, I don't know. And what happens if he does? Who does he sell it to, and what does that mean? There's a lot of what ifs. My affiliation was renewed in May, so I got a long time to think about it. So I do have a long time to think about it. In the meantime, I have changed the name, or I've not really changed the name, I've taken the CrossFit out of the CrossFit, and I've just gone with CF Castle Douglas. Catchy, isn't it? No, I know, it's not. We will look at that. We will look at that in due course. Frankly though, I've had enough of it for this week. It's my head only stopped hurting last night around about the time that I had a tiny bottle of wine. You know those little ones that you get. I don't really drink, so that was quite soothing. Slept much better last night for it as well. Don't be an alcoholic. That's not what I'm saying. Alcohol is not the answer, but it was my answer last night. This is going the wrong way. Right, let's move on. 4 minutes 30, and just skip to this part. But Anne said, be an alcoholic, alcohol fixes everything. officially on video. I can show you the clip out of context entirely. Today we have an ascending ladder. Okay, so that means you go up ascending ladder for 15 minutes where you'll do a hang clean and a pike sit up, then 2 hang cleans, 2 pike sit ups, 3 hang cleans, 3 pike sit ups, 4 hang cleans, 4 pike sit ups, and so on and so forth, and you just keep doing that all the way up until 15 minutes. I've got a scaled option there which I'll show you for the beginners instead of the pike sit ups, which is the seated knee raises. Oh, and don't forget, I nearly forgot, don't forget there's a Friday bonus. I'm not going to tell you what it is. It's on Sugar WOD. If you're not on Sugar WOD, you're not getting in. So if you wish to join us in the Sugar WOD app, you are very welcome, because I welcome everyone, even you. I know. So Sugar WOD is a app. If you go in there, I am still CrossFit Castle Douglas in there, because it takes frickin' ages to change your name everywhere, and I'm sick of it. So I'm still CrossFit Castle Douglas in there. Come in, join in. And you can log your scores and stuff in there as well. Get fist bumps. It's all about the fist bumps and people telling you how awesome you are. So it's just Sugar WOD. Just go into your app store on your phone or whatever and just type in Sugar WOD. You'll find it. CrossFit Castle Douglas. Join. I'll let you in, don't worry. I'll let you in. It's free. It's free because I like making no money and just giving stuff away for free because I have no money, and why not? It's the times we live in, isn't it? It's the times we live in. Right, so it's all going so well. So the hand cleans, I've set a bar out because some of you do have a bar, and I think a quick mention of how to set up and execute a barbell clean would be useful. So when you're doing your cleans, you're probably going to have your hands just about an inch from the smooth part of the bar. Okay, just about an inch. It depends a bit on what size you are. If you're smaller, your hands will come in a bit. If you're bigger, your hands will go out a bit. Have your knuckles facing down the way when you hold the bar, and start off with your feet directly below you. It's a common mistake for people to have their stance far too wide on both deadlifts and cleans. Okay, so have your feet come in. When you set up for the hang, you're going to push your bum back. You'll notice my arms stay straight. Push your bum back and the bar's going to stop just above your knees. Okay, so arms are straight from the side. Arms are straight, shoulders are slightly in front of the bar. Feel your weight through your heels. Push your toes into the ground, keep your abs nice and tight, okay, notice the back's nice and flat and chest up. Okay, so from there, you drive up through your legs, push a little, you're going to come up onto your toes, okay, the bar's going to be pulled up, and then you're going to drop quickly into a squat. Okay, so bar starts from above your knees, drive up, watch out for your knees coming in, don't let that happen, drive up, keep pushing up, arms are still straight, okay, keep pushing up through your legs, then there's a little pull on the bar. Now at this stage you're going to jump your feet into a squat, so your feet are going to move out to below your shoulders as you drop into a squat, and the bar is going to sit down onto your shoulders before you stand. Okay, so in real time, that's going to go from here, catch, and stand. Okay, so in a hang clean, this is the hang, and the clean, if it doesn't say power clean, it says clean, that implies that you catch in a squat. Okay, so it can help to look up when you do this. Now, I appreciate most of you do not have a bar, so with dumbbells, or kettlebells or whatever, the weights are going to come down outside your knees. I think we did this earlier in the week. Okay, weights down outside your knees, but this time when you catch them, you're going to catch in a squat before standing. If you've only got one, then let it come down between your knees, catch, squat, stand. Now, if you find, so you might have like a power bag or something, if you find that you've missed the squat, so you drive up and you find that you've kind of caught, sit down into the squat before standing. Okay, so try and make sure that the squat is in fact in there. Now if you're a total beginner, don't worry too much about the squat. Try and get that in there, but if you find that squatting the way down is still out with your capabilities, then go as far as you can. So you might be using like water bottles or something instead of dumbbells. So from here, it's okay to even just use empty hands, okay? From here up, drop, and you might get about here. Try and practice the jumping out of your feet. It's a good opportunity to do this as part of your Olympic lifting. Okay, so from here, drive up, catch. So you've got that little jump out. Always remember to stand up fully before you move on to the next one. And then for the pike sit-ups, yes, I know, I loves me a pike sit-up, I know. So for the pike sit-ups, we'll get a bit further back. Start out, arms and legs straight. You're going to bring them both up along with your chest at the same time. If you struggle with that, then you've got options for leg raises. Okay, so you could just do the leg part without the pike part, or you could do V-tucks. So starting in a wee crunch position, extend out, tuck back in, or put your hands behind you, extend out, tuck back in. Or if you're still at the stage where maybe getting up and down off the floor is an issue for you, for whatever reason, okay, don't need to tell us, it's fine. Or you can, because it's interesting. Might just be that, you know, strength and mobility is still an issue for you. Keep at this though, guys, it will help, it will pay off. Just take consistency, okay, you just got to keep doing it, keep doing it, keep doing it. It'll get better, I promise. So, if you need to sit on something and do knee raises, okay, so tucking your feet in and back down, okay. That's it. It's a kind of long-winded video like most of them this week. I'll put in the notes to skip forward. So, right, probably never made it this far anyway. I could say anything. I could just stand here talking about pickled onions. You know, as a kid I really liked pickled onions. Like, really liked them, and then as an adult, oddly I don't. Isn't that weird? You think it'd be the other way around, wouldn't you? Like, I would never buy them now. And yet, as a kid, I was like, oh, pickled onions, how exciting. There you go. Weird, eh?